the story of Our Lady of Aparecida?
It was the year 1717 and the fishermen went out to fish, so the story goes. They didn't catch anything, not even a little fish. When they got there now, they brought in their nets the body of an image. One part was missing, the head was missing. They kept going down, and when they reached the curve there, known as Itaguasu, which means the place of big stones, they stopped. Right there, the small head would now come up in the nets of the three fishermen, who were Juan Alves, Felipe Pedroso, and Domingos Garcia.
This was the account given by the Jesuit priests who came here in 1748, sent kind of as investigators from the Vatican, to find out, after all, if the little Saint Aparecida was really miraculous. After the fishermen cast their nets into the river, they first retrieved the body, then, in a different place, the head. After the discovery, suddenly the fishermen's nets were filled with fish. And this was considered the first miracle of that image that appeared in the river. Even back then it was said that a broken image brought bad luck. Did the fishermen immediately want to take the pieces of the little saint home? Who was the first one to glue that stubborn neck back together? It's always been said here in Aparecida that it was the fisherman Felipe Pedroso who took the statue home, and he kept it for about 15 years. Until in 1745 it was taken to the newly built chapel of Aparecida. Oh wait, that doesn't add up. If the little saint was only taken to the church more than 25 years later and stayed 15 years with the Pedroso family, Aparecida must have spent at least 10 years somewhere else. Tell me who kept you safe, tell me. I asked myself that question while writing Aparecida's biography, and I asked her too. I was sure there was a missing link. Besides that, a character appears in the accounts. No one ever says who they were. A certain Mother Silvana, who was the first witness of a very important miracle. When the candles that lit up Saint Aparecida went out and suddenly lit up again, was it Mother Silvana who took care of you? It took me a few years to find the missing piece to solve the puzzle, and it was here, in this room, forgotten for almost 300 years. In this blue folder, kept in the archives of the Metropolitan Curia of Aparecida, there is a large volume of historical documents called Extraordinary Events Related to the Image. I read through each of these texts, each of these pages, until I finally found the missing link. Alves, upon arriving at his house, gave the saint to his mother, asking her to worship it because it had performed a great miracle. So João Alves didn't give the image to Felipe Pedroso. He left it with his mother so she could worship it. And it all makes sense. Mother Silvana received the broken image, but did she keep it? The answer is right in the next paragraph. Silvana de Rocha took the saint and kept it in a box. Alves went to Guaratinguetá to deliver the fish and stayed there. For the first time, we find out what happened to the fish from that miraculous sketch. And we also learned that Silvana kept the image in a box and then invited the neighbors to pray. Therefore, it was her, Silvana de Rocha, who first attached the head to the body of the sacred image. She used beeswax. That's what's stated here in this historical document. And that's how, because of Mother Silvana's faith, the devotion to Our Lady of Aparecida began just the way we know it today.
On one of those occasions, 2 wax lights from the earth that illuminated the lady suddenly went out, even though the night was calm, and Silvana da Rocha immediately wanted to relight the lights that had gone out. They were also suddenly seen lit again, without any intervention at all.
This became known as the miracle of the candles, but there is a miracle that no one knew about and that was also recorded in historical documents. It is said that the chaplain ordered the sacristan to take the sacred image of Aparecida to the chapel to spend the night there. But the next day, the image mysteriously reappeared in the house where Silvana da Rocha lived with her son, João. Was the fisherman João Alves, the very one who found the image at the bottom of the river, stealing the saint? You know what's curious? João Alves spent the night in jail. And even so, the image left the chapel again and went to Silvana's house. Who stole the image, after all? The document then moves to another part of the story. The vicar realized it was a miracle. He set João Alves free and met with the captain major, ordering a small chapel to be built for the saint who had preserved her. 10 years in the hands of Silvana da Rocha. 10 years kept by Silvana da Rocha. And to think that we spent more than 300 years without knowing that it was a woman, the first guardian of Our Lady Aparecida. That doesn't take away Felipe Pedroso's merit at all, folks. He kept the statue for 15 years, he and his son, Atanasio. Now, when do you think Silvana gave the statue to the Pedroso family, huh? We don't know. Now it's clear, isn't it? Mother Silvana was the first to take care of Saint Aparecida. That's how it is. The little clay image came out of the waters of this river broken and went to live in the hearts of Brazilians.